more and more men nowadays are struggling when it comes to talking to people. There is an increasing number of men who feel like they're not adequate enough when it comes to social skills. Right? We're seeing men who struggle with talking to women. We're seeing men who struggle with, saying no and actually standing up for themselves. We're seeing men who have fucking, no friends. They don't have anybody to go out and hang out with. This is a growing trend in recent generations, right? We're starting to see things like the Manosphere and Red Pill and Andrew Tate, all these hyper-masculine men preaching for men to become men, because we're not very masculine nowadays. And a huge part of that is just being able to talk to people, being able to stand up for yourself and say exactly what you want and how you want it to be efficient when you talk, right? Social skills is a lot more than, hey, how are you? Here's a 30-second conversation in the elevator. Social skills goes all the way to, no, this is exactly what I want from you. I'm not going to sit here and feel uncomfortable or awkward. I'm going to look you straight in the eyes and I'm going to tell you exactly what I want. A lot of social skills is confidence. A lot of social skills is being present. A lot of social skills is just experience with socializing, being in uncomfortable situations. But most men aren't feeling satisfied with where they are when it comes to being able to communicate. Now, I just recently made a video on social skills. I think it's something like how I learned to develop, or how I'm developing my social skills as a young man on self-improvement. And in there, I give you a little story, and I'll give you the rundown of it. But I used to be, all the way up until the age of 17, I was shit at talking to people, right? And by no means am I perfect at this point, but I've made a shit ton of progress, right? I wasn't hanging out with people. I wasn't going to the park, or I wasn't going over to anybody's houses after school. I wasn't talking to girls. I used to have this fucked up mental image because of all the porn I watched. But I used to think that the only reason why you talk to girls is to have sex. And it was just so instilled in my mind that you shouldn't have sex. Sex is bad. And then everybody started doing it. I turned like 15, 16. It's like motherfuckers aren't making out anymore. They're fucking. And I started to feel left out. And I didn't have any practice with talking to girls because I was so fucking afraid of talking to them, because I only saw them behind a fucking behind a camera getting fucked by like 7 black dudes, and I'm this little 14-year-old kid who doesn't know any better. Everybody's saying, oh, it's okay, it's good for your prostate, keep masturbating. Fucked up my mental image when it came to women. Up until 17, I had no idea how to really be a social person. Like, I couldn't look people in the eyes, right? I would always be looking away, and I look for half a second, I look away, right? And I say what I wanted to say. I was just an awkward dude. Awkward to be around, awkward to talk to, and I had very few friends because of that. Now, I cringe when I think about who I used to be, right? I have developed my social skills so much so that I now have people to hang out with, right? I can talk to girls and I don't feel uncomfortable. I can go on those first dates off of Tinder and I can sit down and I can just be like, look a woman in the eyes who might potentially be in my bed, and I'm not uncomfortable with doing that. I've shown a lot of improvement from being able to just say hi to actually being able to initiate conversations in the elevator, right? Our awkward conversations where you're waiting in line and it's like, well, if I start talking to them, then like we're going to have to keep talking because we can't go anywhere. Like, we're both waiting for the same thing. And I'm starting to step up and start those conversations, right? It's all about progress. If it bleeds, you can kill it. If you can make eye contact for 5 seconds, then you can become a professional social skills expert, right? Whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I'm going to tell you the best tool in my toolbox, right? The best weapon in my arsenal that's helping me develop my social skills. It's not a very sexy answer, but it's YouTube. It's me sitting down behind this camera and learning how to talk in a way that holds my audience's attention, and then having the ability to go back and look at my videos and say, oh, I do this a lot when I talk. Or, oh, sometimes I need to stop doing that. Or, oh, I got really boring right there. How did I fuck that up? Oh, I didn't know what I wanted to say and I had to stop and I had to think. And then people started to get confused, like, why am I still watching this video? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. And when I started to get bored with my own videos, it was like, well, other people are obviously going to be bored. There's something about doing YouTube, right? It gives you this double whammy effect where every day you have to sit down and just practice talking in a way that's captivating, right? I am 5 minutes in right now. If you're watching this, then I'm doing a good job. I've been able to look at my metrics over the last 3 months. I've been doing this shit. You have a metric on your dashboard that says, hey, this video has gotten this much watch time, right? So much so, or X amount of time on this video is usually what's watched by the average viewer. And that number is going up. It used to be like 30 seconds, right? Then it got up to a minute, 2, 3. Now I'm at 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes where people are sitting down and watching all of my content. Or I'm not stuttering over my words and I'm not struggling to say what I want to say. I'm able to sit down and be present and talk in a way that's captivating. And then I can turn around, and even on the good videos, but especially on the bad videos, I can say, oh, this is why people started to click off at like a minute, because I did that thing, because I did that. And now I'm aware of the things I need to be working on. I'm going to tell you, really the secret to social skills, right? This is just a tool in my arsenal. But the secret to social skills is just being able to focus on developing them. And again, not a sexy answer. But if you just wake up every day and you have this preconceived notion in your mind that I'm going to work on my social skills, and you're constantly looking for things that you can improve upon, you're going to naturally improve upon them. YouTube is just like an accelerant when it comes to that. It expedites your progress because it forces you to sit down and talk, right? And then it also forces you to go through your old content and sift through it, just like with a football coach. That's the best example I could use. You play a game of football, or you've seen people play this game of football in like movies, and then the day after, they're all in the locker room, they got the TV pulled up, and they're watching the footage. They're saying, oh, our wide receiver didn't do this. He should have stepped 4 times, and then he should have hooked to the right. Our quarterback was being sacked because there was somebody who wasn't protecting him, right? And now the team, oh, these were the mistakes I made last time. Okay, the next time they get on the field, they do much better. If you really, really, truly want to improve your social skills, just knowing that you're doing it, like just being aware of it, perfect. That's the very first step. And the second step, if you really want to take it to the next level, if you want to be like one of these 1% high value alpha male men who want to dominate in this skill set, start recording yourself. Upload them, right? Gauge how much people respond with your content with how effective you are at talking. And then turn around and rewatch your content. Like if you want to become an expert like football player, you have to play a lot of football. And you have to look at your mistakes and you have to recognize where you fuck up so that you can improve. It's the same thing with social skills. Just having the idea, just having the notion that, hey, I'm going to work on my social skills. Hey, I'm going to improve my social skills. I'm trying to. If you carry that around with you all day, every time you get into a conversation, you're going to notice the things that you can do better, the things that you're not doing. And take that, apply it to everything. Right? Just that mindset of I'm trying to improve. You're going to see progress in everything, not just your social skills. Listen, guys, I'm wrapping the video up. I have my Instagram down in the description below. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like. All those things help me out a lot. If you want to reach out to me, if you want to give me a video idea, do it on Instagram or leave it in the comments. That's all I have for you guys. Peace out.